Good evening and welcome to the Code Talk Evening Show. I'm your host, Victor Vincent. I got Mr. SLP with me in the back. Normally y'all see him on the Coffee and Blunts morning podcast, and we up here today. Because he missed one. You want to come and support the evening edition, and we get to talk to Mr. Antoine. About what he thinks of the black community and what we need to work on as we seek improvement. So I wanted to have this conversation with him because Antoine's got his opinions, and I think that we'd be better served to hear them, and what I'm saying, and just take inventory for a little bit because this is about not how we was of course how people value themselves or how they carry value or whatever value is, but it's important to know where we stand. And I think is that a reasonable take?
Yeah.
All right, and because too many times we base ourselves off only what we can relate to and things of that nature. And so even if I can't relate to it, that doesn't mean it's not interesting to me. And I can learn something from it because you just never know where you're gonna go in the world sometimes, man. Sometimes you get little Wikipedia information, and then it makes something make sense that nobody else really, even cared about.
Right.
But it solves a bigger piece of the puzzle for you, probably. You know what I'm saying? Well, that's just the way I think.
Yeah. Ain't nothing wrong with a little Snapple top knowledge.
Yeah, a little Snapple top, man. We were talking about the games.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was a unfortunate outcome for my squad. You know what I'm saying? But it's another good run. Can't even really complain. And somebody got to win. Somebody got to win. So I think the controversy with the college football playoff is it's almost like wrestling. It's like always some kind of drama. You know what I'm saying, around a certain sport, like with
But drama ruled the world.
Definitely.
Runs
Yeah.
the world.
You know what? I talked about traumanomics, when they play on people's emotions. You know what I'm saying? And you got dramanomics too, I guess.
Yeah.
So
if you think about it, check this out. If you have news, we can have two headlines, right?
Right.
1 week we're gonna run something positive. We got firefighters goddamn saving kittens out the damn tree.
Yeah.
Or we can run this ratchet ass story where cop chasing this guy.
Yeah.
He didn't hit a pole, flipped upside down.
We can
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we can catastrophize it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like we can make a spectacle out of it if we want to.
Yeah. Or we can put some celebrity and put his business or her business out there. Let them run with that.
Yeah, definitely.
And
like then that's
like because everybody would like.
We're so occupied right now.
Yeah, but they worrying about everybody else's life and everybody else's business instead of like minding your own business, minding your household, focusing on that. But everything else is distracted. We got tall versus short. We got light skin versus dark skin.
Yeah.
We got white versus black. We got black versus everybody. We got all this shit.
Mm-hmm. Man,
do you want to ring or do you want to motherfucking own?
You got significant. You got like significant things to think about. Like every last one of them important.
Man, this is the shocking one. I wanted to order some chicken from KFC.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know an 8-piece cost $50.
Like,
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, like when did that go up?
Listen, they just ran that right there while we was worrying about P. Diddy and them. Then the goddamn rolls and fucking chicken up.
They didn't pull the okie doke on us.
Motherfucking original extra crispy.
Yeah,
goddamn, that shit went up.
Yeah, but you over here looking at him and TD Jakes though.
You worrying about the wrong thing.
Worrying about the wrong thing.
We need to protest that shit. We got to get. Hey, that shit got to go.
Yo,
we got to boycott this chicken, man.
Bro, like it's just amazing, like how people can pick and choose. You know what I'm saying? the distractions that they want to be outraged by.
Right.
Like,
remember, a chicken sandwich went fed. It went.
We lost it over chicken sandwich. Like
Popeyes.
Look, the Capitol got overran a couple years ago. People don't forget.
We were about the chicken sandwich.
We
got the better chicken?
Well, we like what 3 days out from that anniversary too. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. What's up, Antoine?
What's up, guys? Sorry about that. My apologies for the untardiness.
Well, that would mean time. You know what I'm saying? The
rain caught me today. The rain caught me out there,
man. So what's going on, man? How you doing?
Good. You? How you guys doing? Hey, I never met your. I think I met him before, right?
Nah, you ain't never met him, man. How you doing, sir?
How you doing, my man? What's your name?
This is Roland, Mr.
Roland.
Yeah, Mr. SLP. We had. I was telling Unkle Junior said, I got two friends. You know what I'm saying two people I know named Roland. You know what I'm saying?
Just call me Ro.
Yeah.
Ro for sure.
Yeah. So
good.
We had to put it together. You know what I'm saying? To show the difference. But he's on with me in the mornings, and we have our conversation on the morning show. So you probably seen it one of those mornings where you're ironing your karate suit and stuff.
Right. There's another guy that I did meet. That's on your morning show, right?
Chris.
That you were in the room once.
Yeah. You met. I think you probably talked to Chris.
Yeah, because I know I met somebody that's in your show. No.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You met Chris.
Okay.
There's another Chris. Yeah,
Well, it's nice to meet you, bro.
Likewise.
Yeah, man. So, what's been going on since we last spoke? What was the?
You know what? I have to apologize. I didn't do my homework as I should have. I got caught up with some stuff, busy and stuff, But yeah.
What was the holiday like for you? Happy New Year, by the way.
Oh man, hey, Happy New Year, both of you. Yeah, man. I went to this new place out in Westlake. Well, this is an area, anyways. You wouldn't know, but anyways, really nice place. Really, really nice. My friend bartends there, and it was really nice.
Well, that's awesome, man. Like, what's on your agenda this year? What I'm saying? What you got to accomplish before
to make more money? That's what's on my agenda this year.
Mm-hmm.
To make more money. Man. That's always on my agenda. But this year I plan on focusing on a lot more things I want to do.
Yeah. So, man. So let's get into this discussion, man. Like, what prompted it? It's just a loose conversation. So, what are your if you had to talk about two things that are very important to you about the Black community, what would you say they are?
Nothing. But if I have to pick, what do you mean? Be more specific. Like, what do you ask?
I guess, like if you had to, how would Antoine fix the Black community?
Shit, I can't fix that. That's unfixable now.
No, you gotta have a solution. You gotta have a solution.
No solution to that. That's over. That's a done deal.
You say it's done because that's the name of the
day. I just think. Well, listen. To fix the Black communities, you got to bring families together, right?
Yeah.
You got no choice. You got to bring families together. I'm not talking about the baby mama shit. I'm talking about a nuclear family growing, building. You got to come together and invest in each other.
Mm-hmm.
Not swindle each other down for a better deal. Invest in each other. Rather, that's the price or not. You build.
Mm-hmm.
You have to do that, like every other community.
Yeah. So
you have to invest from within. You gotta stop using that, thinking that somebody else is going to come along and save you method, the victimhood method, and all that sort of shit. You got to build.
So, like, if you had all of the resources to do it, how would you go about doing it? Like, from establishing like community connection, I guess. Because you gotta because if you talk about growing a household the right way, right? You're talking about the people that come from the homes that make up the community, right? So you have to have, some sort of standard of,
what do you think you have to have?
I would say, I would just honestly, the only way we can, I'm gonna take a shot at it, but I would remove poverty. I would make sure that we had life insurance policies, and our granddaddies and our grandmothers, and they knew more, and then they did more, and then it can trickle down where, because the only thing I feel like why we like how we are is because of poverty. If you take that out of the equation, make sure it's an equal playing field, I feel like it can definitely prosper.
What would make it equal?
Say what?
What would make it equal?
No, he's just saying. Like,
I'm just saying, like
poverty not being a
poverty
concern.
stricken is a big thing.
Because like poverty will never go away. Poverty will never go away. That poverty.
Well,
if you haven't noticed, the world is. If you haven't noticed, the world is becoming the have and have-nots. If the pandemic showed us anything, it's the have and have-nots, right? Because in the middle, that's kind of like, the poverty level went up and stuff like that. Economics have changed.
We know all of that. So we want to have a conversation where you actually, if you can avoid poverty, what would you do? If you had ideal conditions, this is utopia. It's made up. It's whatever Antoine wants it to be. Instead of talking about the criticism of why something can't work, let's have a conversation about what would make it work.
Dude, you'd have to invest into your infrastructure.
Yeah. So
you'd have to build from within. You'd have to pick up the areas that don't have and make them have. You'd have to clean up the areas that are suffering and find out a solution for them. You'd have to create jobs for them. You'd have to give them some incentive to build. Yeah. I mean, it's like you'd have to get back into trade, kind of like, you'd have to see what you'd have to see what they can bring to the table, what that community can bring to the table. First of all, you have to come together. I mean, you'd really have to come together and start there. That's what I feel.
Yeah.
That's the strongest thing that needs to be done, coming together. Yeah. If there was such a thing.
I mean, it exists with people.
It exists, of course, but is it possible? Probable, but is it possible?
Well, that's the thing. Like we talking about amongst the people that want the same thing,
right?
So like I'm like
those ones are doing well, by the way. Those black folks are doing well.
Yeah, I'm talking about on every scenario. We're gonna talk about this in a mindset of we can actually accomplish it. Okay. Mm-hmm. That way, because we got to change the way we think. We already know all of the obstacles. We know personality conflicts can always be part of it, and something to that level, right? But you can't fix the problem, like you said. You got to come together in some kind of way, right? So let's assume that we got the best people that want the same thing, and they already working with each other, and everybody's got the ideal setup for their homes and stuff like that. How would you go about creating that?
Like I said, you'd have to invest from within. Mm-hmm. They have to come together and see what they're bringing to the table. You'd have to clean up the areas that need cleaning up. You'd have to extend the olive branch, and you'd have to create an avenue for one. You'd have to create an avenue. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You'd have to create an avenue for those that don't really have. Find a structure that works, and you have to break a few eggs. Unfortunately, not everybody can be saved. It's like war. There's going to be some casualties. Nothing's perfect, and don't plan on pleasing everybody. You have to be realistic. You have to be realistic.
And I would take like government assistance. I would take that out.
Yeah, I mean, you got to
stop any type of help or any type of handout.
Yeah,
with that shit.
Yeah,
I would make sure. I would definitely have everybody do 2 years in the military. Right after high school, go to school. I mean, go to the military. If you still want to go to school after that, go do that after that. But go find out
what you made of.
What the hell you capable of doing? Who you are? A lot of different things, because a lot of people
untested
are right. They untested, and they don't know. It's almost like a bird. Like I was watching an Animal Planet, and I seen this thing. It's like an eagle or some shit, and they gotta learn how to fly. But it's only a certain amount of time they have because of the weather and so on and so forth. And ain't nobody teaching them. But if they don't learn how to fly, they're gonna hit the damn ground and die. So they got to go out there and see if they can fly. And most of the time, they fly. But if you got some type of help or assistance or trying to help you out and everything, I think that way ain't effective like how you want it to be. But I think it's designed that way so you can keep them at bay, keep them at work level, keep them under you.
You got to have them.
Yeah.
You know, got to have a workforce, and
it's like trying to fix the homeless problem, right?
And that's just like it's going everywhere.
It's like trying to fix the homeless problem.
That's what he does with his time.
Right.
Yeah, it's like
that's what he does
want to
be
on the street.
Right.
You know, you can't. Some of them want to be there, man. You can't. They have their own little government within their structure, believe it or not. You know, they know how they function within their own. But not all of them want to be off the street. You know, and you have to try to find a structure that can actually. I mean, listen, you have to make them be useful. I think, like, in order for them to get off the street, they got. First of all, in order for them to even get a job, they the company has to have a place to call them. You have to create an avenue for that, right? You have to give them some sort of meaning in life. Remember, these guys are desolate. They lost everything. They don't even feel like they deserve to live. And the ones that are just living. They're just getting by. They're not really living. They're existing, but they're not living, right? So to pick them up from that level, that bottom. You have to have patience for one, but you have to give them a meaning, something to work towards, and let them believe again. Start all over again. You know.
Yeah. So,
but you don't want to. It's very touchy situation because that's a heavy anchor, right? I mean, some of them that get out, it's hard to let go of the friends that they had there, and you'd have to cut yourself off. You'd have to cut yourself off to do better. You have to break a few legs. I believe, you know. You have to make a sacrifice.
But what I learned is your level of success and the next person's level of success is different. So you got a different definition of living. They got a different definition of living.
Exactly.
So who's right and who's wrong? You see what I'm saying?
Well, obviously, if I have a roof over my head and I'm doing good in life, I got to be the one that's right. If you're living in a tent on the street.
But that's what I want to do. No one's coming into your house telling you how you run your
exactly. So those are the ones. Then we can't talk about them being a problem, right? Because that's where they want to be. So you got to exclude those ones from the ones that want to get out of there. Is what I'm talking about.
Yeah, absolutely.
Those are the ones you have to cut loose. You made this choice. You want to be there, no problem. I don't want to live like this anymore, right? But at the same time,
what I do when I go out there, I find out the person. I meet the person. After that, I mean, I make sure I give them what I got: food, clothing, so on and so forth, to get by. Now, the next step this year and moving forward, I want to get the ones that need the help, that want to get out the street. So now the number of homeless is down because now we got some people that, like I said, they want to do better. But man, I talked to this one guy. He a veteran. He was married. He lost his wife. He started drinking. He started getting on these pills because he's depressed. He got other issues wrong with him. His shit spiraled out of control. He wants some help. He trying to shake back. I'm doing everything I can to help him every time I see him in the counter or whatever the case may be. But they got to be a program where I'm trying to get in contact with these people, but they be moving all over. So I can't even get a good head count because they community is different. They everywhere. You don't know where they at, so I only can do what I can. Now, as my company and my business grows, then I can have a team, and then we can probably, get more resources and get more people off the street and get them in the jobs and so on and so forth. But we got to care for one another. That's the community.
Well, the first thing I would say, okay, so Vic knows already, I'm passionate about the veterans, the cops, and I don't care what anybody says about the cops and the firefighters, right? Mostly the veterans, and I'll say my piece. I think any veteran that served, lost a leg, arm, limb, whatever it is, the Army is so good at teaching you how to turn it on but they don't help you when it's time to turn it off. Those are the first ones that should be able to walk into any establishment and say, feed me, clothe me, and give me a place to live. Those are the first we should look after, right? Because I'm able to have the comforts of my home and do what I do in that room to make my money because you lost that leg. A doctor is able to become a doctor and turn the lights on and operate because you sacrifice something. They shouldn't come back and have to figure out where their limbs are going to come from, when their next, eye exam is, the PTSD. I don't think any veteran I don't even think any of them should be on the street. I think the government should house all of them that come back because they paid the ultimate sacrifice for you and me. That's in my utopian world, right? Mm-hmm. I don't think they get enough help now. I talked to a guy that does that VA. What are they? They have the VA hospitals for veterans, I guess, or whatever it's called. I'm not.
Yeah.
And he says it's the worst service ever. In anything, you should have the best service in that hospital because I'm all messed up in my head because I'm thinking to kill and I have to turn it off to go, now I have to live with my wife and my kid, right? Imagine seeing what these people have seen. Rather you went out into the battlefield or you didn't, but you hear the stories, you see the footage, you hear bombs all day. How do you turn that off at night when you put your head down on a nice clean pillow next to your wife with your kid in the other room? Psychologically, you can't. You don't have that kind of, that's why there's psychologists out there. You don't have that ability. And that should be provided when you come back, the minute you get off the plane.
They try, but the problem is that there will never be enough resources. Like, it doesn't matter what it is. I know that
I don't know about that one, Vic. You know what? I like to say they tried. I don't believe they tried. I'm sorry.
Well, hear what I'm saying.
We got a $135 million budget to build F-35s. One plane cost that. I'm just saying that $135 million for that one plane could go to a lot of service for those men and women that came back. That's all I'm saying. There is the budget. You just don't want to put it there because you want to have the latest technology. But those planes that were flying 10 years ago that become obsolete in the next 2 years, I'm sorry. That's what I'm taking it now.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah,
they got you. It gets you on your hot box, huh?
Yeah,
and makes up excuses saying there's no budget for it.
You can start taxing the fucking rich. Like this dude worth $40 billion. Like if you tax me properly, then I think we can get some resources and better longevity of resources.
No, you don't tax the rich. The rich is gonna look at you and go, "No, we're the ones that elect the president. You don't want to tax us, right? We're the ones that give you the job.
We need more resources.
No, the government is the one that has the money, that has the budget to build those jets. Those are the ones that should include.
We gotta tax the rich, bro.
No.
We argue back and forth, but I'm trying to tell you.
No, the rich. I agree. The rich should pay their taxes. Their fair taxes.
There ain't no way you make $40 billion. And guess what? You don't pay no taxes.
Yeah, but no, I agree with you on that.
Man, I don't care what you say.
No. I agree with you on them paying a fair share of their taxes. They have so many loopholes to do what they do. Mind you, it's only the 1% we're talking about, between 1% and 10%, right?
The 1% rule the world. That's somebody's GDP.
Wait. No, it's different. The 1% and 10% are the ones that have the money, but they're the ones that. We're saying the same thing. I agree with you on that. But what I'm saying is, when the budget is handed out and you have $18 billion to bring in 40 new jets, I'm thinking, why don't you take one of those billion and put it towards the veterans? Like, include them in that army budget is what I'm saying. Because you instead you got 7 to work with.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, Antoine. It's like, how many billions do you really need, right?
Yeah. Did you ever see? You ever go online and
spend that money?
And I like what you said. Just take one and put it over there.
Just put it over there. I'm just saying you got one less jet.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, and that's on top of the money that the United States makes selling their jets to other foreign countries. So it's not like you don't have the money. Let's just say you don't allocate it that way.
Yeah.
And you give them breadcrumbs, right?
Yeah.
You give them breadcrumbs. It's like, I believe there's a cure for cancer, but it's more profitable for me to keep your ass sick. Because imagine if you found a cure for cancer, all those drugs that would just go away because there's no need for them.
Let me hit you with something right now. What you just said about like the cure for cancer, and you think it's being administered that way, that is how low income communities are controlled. The same way you said, like there's a cure for it, right?
Right.
But there's no profit in the cure. We got to keep the community ill, right?
Yeah.
That's the same thing across the board. It just has different conduits, different paths to doing the same thing. Like if you want to make money off the elderly, right? You make the medication scarce. You make healthcare costs more expensive. You know what I'm saying? Because they own a timed investment on the way out. You know, you make it more hard for the older people to live and for the younger people to get out of the negative situations. Then you're controlling, you know what I'm saying, the community at that point.
I
Because
think
you can't take care of your old people and you don't have the family structure that can even,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like most people can't take their grandmama in, you know what I'm saying? They can't afford to take care of a relative. And then so now you got to go put them with some specialized care and you're spending, you know what I'm saying, a crazy amount of money. And the older you get, the less jobs out there are going to be able to. Yeah, jobs don't provide, right? Like you got to have a couple of extra streams of passive income, you know, in general. Like especially even if you in a two income home, you know what I'm saying? Unless you got something super specialized that you can make a lot of money off of, and you know what I'm saying, a unique way to adapt financially, you know. But most people, if they're not tapped into that creative side of their brain, they just going to work.
That's true, Vic, because I believe that for me, listen, the one thing the government's good at doing is divide and conquer. Okay, they have a way of doing it that's so good that make you turn on your own, and then while you're fighting, they're taking it from underneath you. They're great at doing that, and that's honestly how it is. Because if they really listen,
I'm glad you said it that way.
Other countries, Medicare is free. There's a system. Okay, you don't get operated on right away, but the system is in place that you may not have it that week or that month, but you will have the operation down the line for free.
Mm-hmm.
And then you come here, and I don't know about you, but $820 a month going out of my pocket, whether I use it or not, is gone. That's what I pay, right?
Yeah.
And that's somebody's rent. And I think that it's ridiculous that the amount of money you have here. Like there should be, if nothing happened to you in a whole year, you get some of it back. I mean, at least you lived a good, healthy life. You get some of it back. There should be a better system in place to make people afford it. Because if you did pay, let's say, $800 a month, and you're going to do your best to stay healthy, you're going to wait at the end of the year to be healthy to get half, at least something, a percentage back on your taxes. So it'll give you that incentive to at least pay, because you know what, I just got to stay healthy, stay good, do what I need to do for me, and I'll get some of it back. But here, oh boy, I don't blame people for not having health care. It's on top of your rent and on top of your car payment. Where are you getting that money from? That's a second job right there. That's a second. And those hospitals that work for people for free, like what do they call it? Urgent care. That the homeless can go in there, I guess, and get fixed up, and they just push them out. That costs money.
Hey, join the military.
You know? What was that?
You ever say join the military? Yeah, like
we laugh at that.
And
that's a 1%.
Yeah, for real. That's like the way it's constructed, that the military has to be part of your consideration in terms of like, how do I want to change my life in America? You know what I'm saying? And do it on the up and up, right? And it's like, hey, you can always go join the military. You know what I'm saying? Like literally,
like people they complain, right?
Yeah.
But you have an out. You have a way. You just don't want to do it. And then if you don't want to do it, then you want to be a victim. I don't want to hear that.
Exactly. That's what I love about America.
I don't want to hear that shit. Like, you got a way to do it. You just don't like the way.
Bro, you nailed it right there. I am with you. I find that America, my goodness, the avenues that you have here compared to Canada, compared to other places, let me tell you, you want to learn how to speak English? They give free night courses to learn how to speak English, like in every high school. That's incredible. You ain't going to Canada and want to learn how to speak French. Good luck. You're paying $200, $300 a month. Love it, but you won't pay it. And they'll give you immigrant status, but you'll still pay it. Down the road. Here, it's free. Here you have assistance, housings, It's amazing, right? But like you said, you have an out. If I really didn't know what I was going to do with my life as an American, I'd join the Air Force or the Army. I'd say, you know what? Let me join there while I figure things out.
And
I'm going to
then
get house in a cot. I'm going to eat good. I just have to get there once in a while, say sayonara, go to Taipan for a little bit, here and there, plant a seed over there, maybe come back. Check my family out, go back again. I'm still figuring things out. Right?
yeah. And
I
then
think you're right about that.
Then you got another thing, like you got the entitlement is a whole lot of generation of feel like no matter what, I don't have to do nothing and I'm still gonna be good. Yeah, it's crazy though, because
I'll take all that away.
I don't know how you feel like somebody else got to go to work to take care of you, and you ain't putting in the work to take care of yourself.
Yeah,
Dude.
Those people are undisciplined. They getting left behind. The ones that's hard to understand, it ain't our job to tell them that.
Yeah.
And, okay, you got money, right? So let's say you make $60,000, $70,000, $80,000, right? And then you have this health care you got to put, but people don't know how to budget their money. So instead of having or getting a raise and trying to go get a new car, a new house to max your budget out, you're supposed to save that up. So one day when you ain't working, you don't have to depend on the government or anybody else. This is your money. You playing. You know you're going to die one day. You don't even got funeral costs.
Yeah.
What the hell you doing? You a grown ass man. You don't got no funeral costs.
Man,
You can't cover the funeral.
I like bro.
Yeah. You shouldn't be out there.
I like bro.
Fish trying to put nobody in the ground.
Come on, man.
Come on, we too old.
It shouldn't be my problem. I understand Granny. You knew Granny had stage 4 cancer 6 years ago.
Come on, we knew.
We already knew. Now we arguing at each other.
But
for no reason. It's just
because
let me out. Just let me out. I'll walk the rest of the way. I'm going the opposite direction.
I'm getting out of this car.
I'm getting out.
Yeah, because you
I don't got nothing to do with none of y'all, because y'all foolish.
No,
this is crazy.
We shouldn't be surprised.
Right.
That's just it. Nobody some of the things that just gonna happen in life, you know what I'm saying? You just can't be surprised about anything anymore. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of asinine not to prepare for it, especially when you see somebody else is dealing with the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Like you like, wow.
This ain't the first person that died in your family that we had to go through this.
Yeah.
Now we keep going through this over and over and over. When somebody gonna be like, you know what? I need to save this money. I need to put this money up. I need to do something, because how much stuff can we accumulate?
This goes back to why you were saying insurance is so important and getting educated on it, because if you don't have to go through those things and with all that trauma, your life is totally different. Because some people say the way that they loved one passed and the way that they was handled during the process gave them another tremendous burden to go on top of the trauma.
I got work in the morning.
Yeah, I got to go to work.
I can't grieve properly. I got to worry about this.
My kid's hard-headed.
Yeah.
I got to go to work. I'm handling, you know what I'm saying, my loved one's affairs, especially if you're the responsible one.
Right.
So you got everybody's criticism. You can't do nothing right. You know what I'm saying? And so I get why you said the insurance piece. I knew you was gonna get into the details of it, but that is very true, man. Because that's where the families break up.
Okay, so another thing right here, not just insurance, but what about retirement? We're at an age that we need to be looking for retirement, right?
Yep.
Oh boy.
Just imagine this. If at the bare minimum, if you can save $1,000 a month for a whole year, that's $12,000.
Right.
Now, over a 10-year period, that's $120,000. However, your budget, your cost of living is $40,000, $50,000, $60,000. Mm-hmm. When you retire, you only can live 2 years, and you got to go back to work.
Yeah,
because your money run out.
Yeah, because
and we wait too late to worry about retirement. The day we start working, we supposed to be worrying about retirement.
Right.
At the age of 15, 16, not no damn 45, 35, 25, 55. That's too late.
That's why people need to realize. I think people need to realize that they should be financially literate. Like, I don't think I was good at it till I started talking to people about it and stuff like that. Like, they say an average man should have, so much by a certain age. If you're going to retire, you should have $1.2 million. And I'm thinking, holy shit, really? And like, yeah, if you want to live in a home, and you don't have a family. Yeah, and it's amazing that some people, you really, when you're healthy and things are going good, you really don't think of that scenario because you ain't there yet. Yeah. So I agree with you 100% on that. You got to think of these things like people need to become more financial.
If you want to be here, if you want to, would say like you were talking about the people that want to stay down there, you know what I'm saying, in the street, and then it's a choice. Like the people that make the choice to stay down there don't care about this conversation. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Like there's a whole demographic of people that do not care about what we're saying.
Right.
At all.
It's simple math though, Vic. Check it out.
Yeah.
Do you wait till your car break down and put it in the shop, or do you do maintenance?
I do best I can. I do maintenance. I do the oil change.
You see what I'm saying?
Why you can't
do that to your own body? Why you can't do that to your own house?
Yeah.
Why you can't teach your children? Why you can't talk to your spouse? Why you can't talk to your mom, dad, brother, sister? Why we can't be on the same page? Because it's just simple math.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, a little bit here and a little bit there.
Yeah, people need to buy what they need to buy what they
all you got to do is just get the insurance, put it on somebody elderly, your mom, your dad. One day they're gonna check out. It's just the way it is.
Oh, that movie that
now when you do that, now you don't have to worry about grieving and after process and fighting with somebody else because that's already taken care of.
Right.
You do the funeral service. You say your goodbyes, your farewell. You take this money. You can pay off their bills or whatever they got, their debt. You pay off whatever you got going on, and you save some more, and you do it again, and do it again, and do it again. That's the proper way to live. But nobody's worrying about that.
No, those people, the people that are concerned about that, they already got it in place. Or at least they in the conversation that talks about what his life look like when you 60, 70, or how old you're going to be. But that stuff is really important though, man. But the insurance piece, that movie with Jamie Foxx and Tommy Lee Jones, it was about an insurance scam case and it decimated a community. So that goes to what you're saying too. A lot of people have been scammed out of insurance money too, because people were scared to buy insurance when, like, that was still like ongoing. Like when I was growing up, I remember saying, "Oh yeah, they bought an insurance policy with being uneducated on the insurance policy, and then the policy was worthless."
Yeah, and then they do the same thing with Social Security, 401k. But what I'm saying is simple math. Save your money. Don't be going out there buying the car and all this other stuff. Go ahead and save that $1,000.
People need to buy what they need, not what they want.
Do it yourself.
It's so true because people need to buy what they need, not what they want. It's okay to buy what you want later on, maybe a little treat for yourself, but you need to buy what you need first to live and sustain your life. That's what I think.
My boy Wes just said he tried having this conversation with his mother, and she didn't want to have any of that. As if I'm trying to get over on her past. Man, look, boy, I swear, look, Antoine, this is what we up against. I want
but look, I'm gonna tell you the reason why. The reason why she has a slave mentality because her mom, her dad is. You see what I'm saying? Because if you break it down. Everybody's trying to get up. It's the broken trust. I don't trust my son. I don't trust nobody because how much more trauma do I got to see or go through?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if that's the case, then don't have it on her. Have it on your dad or have it on somebody or your granny, somebody that can be open to the idea of generational wealth.
Right. Yeah. Like I say this.
How am I getting over you and you dead, mama?
Look, people we talking about, they want generational wealth, right? but they don't even have a nuclear home because you got to have some generations to go with the wealth.
Yeah.
You can't be generational wealth without an heir or, somebody that can inherit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Something.
Right.
Like if you did a whole bunch of stuff and all you got is some pictures and trips and stuff like that, can nobody inherit that?
No. And this goes back to the same thing. Harriet Tubman, she tried to free some slaves. Some of these slaves, they didn't want to go because they were scared. They were fearful. They didn't know what was on the other side. They'd rather just get beat and whipped because they knew that was and I can get something to eat. It ain't much, but this is where I'm gonna stay for because I'm comfortable here.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're conditioned. They got conditioned.
Yeah, they're very conditioned.
She definitely said that, she could have freed more people. They would have freed themselves.
Yeah. It's a mind. It's a mindset. So we got to start thinking like the master. We can't think like a slave.
Look,
you're speaking to the choir on that shit.
That's why I say like it's only discipline and undisciplined. Because like this is the thing, everybody on both ends of that spectrum understand that. You know what I'm saying? But when it's time to really do the work that's required, you gotta show first that you can put distance between the unhelpful people in your life. Even though you might love them, you gotta love them from a distance. You gotta put distance between those people and give the energy to the place where it's being requested. You know what I'm saying? Where you're getting the most return on your energy, the most return on your worth, all of that. But
your investment.
Yeah, your investment.
Because currency is love, it's in time. It's not money. Money is just sitting here for a distraction.
Money is a byproduct.
I haven't seen an ATM or a bank in the graveyard.
Man.
Yeah.
So you gotta be around people that's purposeful. You know what I'm saying? When they give and they do something, they mean it. Like that's the difference between the people that separate themselves from everybody else. They've got to be passionate about something. If you're not passionate, you're just going off of what other people do.
You got to be willing to break a few eggs and cut them loose.
Yeah.
Like eggs will be broken.
Yeah.
Eggs will be broken. You can't please everybody and you can't take everybody with you. It's unfortunate.
Yeah.
I mean, you can help them as much as you can, but not at the expense of your ship going down.
Yeah.
And I think that when people put a weight on you so much that it's stopping you from moving forward, you gotta shake them off and say, okay, I'm done. I did my part. How you think of me is how you think of me. I'm going to leave you with that.
Yeah.
Well, some people will go down with the shit.
Yeah. That's oof.
When you said in the street, right?
Somebody
want to stay out there. They gonna stay being the captain of their own boat to their own destiny, and then some of them want to go down with the ship.
Somebody go down with this plane.
Come on now.
Yeah,
Just some people they want like, no, I'm good. Leave me on the boat.
Yeah, I never seen a car crash by itself. Somebody was in there.
Yep. I never seen a gun fired by itself either.
Yeah, somebody pulled the trigger for sure.
Yeah.
And when they say, well, no, it went off on its own, I said, well, somebody put the gun there.
Yeah. Somebody put the gun there.
Yeah, like so you just walking past and it just went off.
Right.
And man, how did it go off?
I need a lawsuit.
How?
I need to talk to the gun manufacturer. I need a lawsuit.
That's an unsafe product.
Yeah, that's like
that's a recall.
A man having a baby.
I like Ro, man.
Oh,
Ro. Woo, Ro, boy, that's funny.
That was so ignorant.
Hey, I mean, somebody believe it. Hey, listen, man. Shit, I'm a man, but if I identify as a motherfucking duck, shit, out there quacking, shit, mind your business.
Stay over here with the other duck people.
Yeah, listen.
You run a fire.
Oh shit, man, that's funny. That is funny.
Hey, let it straight.
Mm-hmm. Bamboozle.
Hoodwink.
Mm-hmm.
But it makes you think where this will all end up later on, anyways.
Yeah,
I don't have time for it. I got a direction. I feel like I'm Noah. I'm building a boat, and I'm telling people as I'm building this motherfucker, hey, something about to go down. I don't know when, but hey, just stay close by. Matter of fact, pass me a screwdriver or something. If you got anything, put it on there. Because at the end of the day, we ain't gonna be here, and I'm not gonna be the one that be like, you know what? I seen something going on, but I ain't do nothing about it.
Yeah, like this ain't no time to be no bystander for no reason. Like that's that victim mindset too.
You know the storm coming. Go get you a generator.
Like
go get you some wood. Go. You need to chop some wood. You worrying about the wrong thing.
Yeah.
Go get you some. Hey, fill up some water.
It's like the people that keep rebuild after the tornado passed. They start rebuilding again, and I'm like, why?
Yeah,
I'm moving.
You in tornado alley?
Like I got to go. Like that. Nothing says you should move.
Yeah, I don't go nowhere. I gotta board my house up every year.
I'm cool. Yeah. Like you can.
I don't know why people. I can't. For the life of me, I can't figure that one out. That one I can't.
Anywhere where a natural disaster is a
thing.
A repeat offender. They got repeat offender tornadoes.
Repeat, and they know it's coming.
Know it's coming. In the same spot.
Them damn California fires. They know that shit is there.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely agree.
Repeat offenders, man.
Now y'all on the news crying and shit. Y'all is not no damn victim. Cut the damn shit off.
Hey, he ain't gonna even let him make it.
Boy.
Because I can see one thing is like this. A week, 2 weeks in advance, guess what? All on the news. Evacuate. So true, evacuate. Man. And
they got hold up and to add to it. They got fire season.
They got a whole season of fire.
Yeah.
Seasonal fires. They have controlled burning. One time I was I think it was like on the 710 and the slope on the side, they had firefighters out there, just set stuff on fire. And I didn't think about how serious the fire situation really was, but then I looked up a little bit higher than what they were. The whole hillside was on fire. Mm-hmm. Just like in spots and stuff. Mm-hmm. And it was like they was cutting grass.
That's what they do.
Yeah.
I get paid to do this. I do this job very well.
They like you just stuck in traffic just watching the hillside on fire.
Yeah.
That's strange.
Yeah.
I don't think we should be living there.
No. What's wild is you live in a flood zone with no flood insurance.
That's
wow. That's incredible that it's like that though. But you can't change that person when they have that mindset.
That don't make no sense. Like
I always wonder that
people drive cars, they ride a car, they don't put no seatbelt.
I don't, and to me, that shows you again that some people they just out here. They just out here. They don't think about these things. It sounds boring. You know what I'm saying to them.
The toothbrush don't care who uses it.
Yeah, sure. It don't care. It don't.
Glasses don't give a damn who got the vision. Come on.
So the idea, like everybody just don't want to get out the spot they in. You got to leave them where they at. They got to change. They got to change the way they see themselves. And until you decide that you want better, you're not gonna do better. You're not gonna.
Yeah, you have to be at that point where it's like you have
and something got to make you adjust. Like, and it's even, and that's a two-party thing. You know what I'm saying? Because all of us have helped somebody probably more than we should have. And they still, you know what I'm saying, make whatever decisions they make because whatever's in their mind is what's in their mind.
Well, God said he had to do this so you will move and you'll be uncomfortable. But when you're comfortable, how you gonna move? How you gonna
react?
How you gonna react? How you gonna do whatever you're supposed to be doing if you ain't uncomfortable? Like that's the whole.
That's what change comes about.
Yeah, that's change or growth or whatever. Yeah. Both are the same, But it's some people out here that lived in the same spot for all their life. Jeez. It's 8 billion people in the world. It's a lot of countries out here.
Yeah.
You ain't never get on a plane.
Wow.
That's crazy.
And we're trying to make sense of that.
Yeah,
we can't.
See, again, Antoine, this is why, like, you gotta look at the people that
Who you trying to help?
who you trying to help. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people want to be carried, and they okay with that. And there's a group of people like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but they should be okay with somebody not wanting to carry them.
And that's the other side of the coin, is that nobody is obligated to carry anybody, because nobody's coming to save you.
Right.
So
We do it out of love. You know,
you should carry those that are worthy, I guess. That's what
worthy.
I'm saying.
Yep. Yeah. And
carry those that are worthy of carrying.
Yep. And that's like why like in some of my recent writing, you know, you got to work with people that want to work with people.
Right.
That want to work with people.
That want to work with people. And not everybody wants to do that, though.
Which means you're going to get somebody that's actively seeking out the best people to work with. And if they put all those people in the same spot, you're going to have a different mindset, because all that community of people wants to accomplish something on this level.
But also, Vic, if you're looking to help that person here, that person's got to be willing to let go of the people that are keeping them down.
Agreed. Look, agreed. When somebody is putting you in a better position so you can improve your own situation, you got to do that. Help the service of disconnecting yourself from the things that's going, you know what I'm saying, trip you up and make you squander your opportunity.
But what if I don't recognize that this opportunity is better?
That's a chance.
Hey, you're talking about people that
they can't tell if they can't trust it. Is that what you're saying? Like, if they can't tell this opportunity is better, it's got to be a lack of trust, because you ain't gonna tell them it's a bad decision. Go do it. You gonna say,
well, okay. So
you already got nothing.
You're right. It's a trust factor, because they want to trust you. No, I'm not gonna say it's trust. I know what it is.
What do you think it is?
It's fear.
Well, it's still
everything you want is on the opposite side of fear.
Agreed. And that's why, like, when I say undisciplined, you know what I'm saying, is the thing that takes away, it shows lack.
Yeah.
So you got a lack of trust, you're gonna have. So if you got a lack of trust, you're gonna be fearful. You're not. Right. And if you got a lack of trust, you got probably a lack of confidence too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because you on the wrong side of everything that makes something successful or work. But if you thinking about it in lack, you don't have no positive words mixed in there. You
looking at this shit as half empty, half gone.
Literally.
You're not looking at it as half full. You're not looking at it from the other side. So no matter what I do, this egg can't go. This egg is going to be dropped because it's too heavy.
It's too heavy, yeah.
Or I might got too many eggs in my hand. Something going to roll out. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I only can carry this load for so much because my back going to give out. My legs is weak. Yeah. My knees buckle.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? I can't.
And they can't even help you, even if you're doing it for them.
Yeah.
They don't have no.
So can I get off? When my legs go out, my knees buckle, can I get on your back?
Yeah.
I've been carrying you for so long. You see what I'm saying?
That's why you have to be active. That's why you can't sit down.
I don't think men should sit down. I think men should keep on thriving.
Yeah. I mean, like, you sit down strategically. You don't quit. You
don't quit.
I'm gonna rest in peace.
Yeah, literally.
Other than that, I'm gonna keep going.
I want to rest in place first.
Yeah. I agree. I just like keep on working and doing what I need to do. I think that's men. That's how we're hardwired. That's what we need to do.
Yeah.
The minute we become complacent, things stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, men can't stop. That's what keeps the world going around. We're the infrastructure. We're the ones that build everything. We're the ones that keep everything aligned.
Yeah.
And I think the minute we stop, and that should be in our households as well.
Right.
You know, and the minute that you start to mess with that infrastructure, you're done. You're done.
And I got one more thing. What about if let's say I'm a brick mason. I can build homes with my bare hands with brick and concrete, right?
Right.
I've been doing this for 20, 30 years. I have a family. I have kids, this, that, and the third. I feel like you're supposed to teach your kids
and shape them to be brick mason juniors. But what happens when the brick mason junior don't want to be a brick mason and they don't want to do nothing that you got going on? You see what I'm saying? So the whole family's broke off over there anyway, because I'm working my fingers to the bone for my wife and my kids, but they don't appreciate it, or they don't see the vision, or so on and so forth, because of whatever reason. You see what I'm saying? So you can't pass a business on to your kids. Your wife don't want to take over, and if you die, like, then we work for what? What the fuck?
Yeah, but I'll say this: I wouldn't want, if I had kids, I wouldn't want them to see my struggle of making money. That's not for them to see. That our job is to make them have the most comfortable life possible. You don't want them to see your struggle and make them feel like they will struggle. I think as men we hide that from them, which is a good thing. I don't think it's a bad. I mean, when they get older and they understand the process, I think we can explain it to them. But I don't think.
Okay. You saying to hide your struggle, or whatever the case may be. I want to be transparent. In my household, we're gonna be transparent. So these things are less life lessons learned. The earlier I feel like you see some things, I feel like you can be better prepared to be successful in the world. Because one day I got to get out of this house, and the world don't care about me like the way my mom and dad do. They love me unconditionally. These people out here, they don't care. They don't care what I got going on.
Right.
But I gotta get I gotta teach my kid everything I know, and then he can be better than me. But sometimes when the kid want to be really good in gaming or fixing a computer, but I had 2,000 rushing yards in high school, and I want my kid to do that, but my kid don't want to do that because he got a whole different thing. So you see what I'm saying? How can you guide that to be something?
Well, first of all, you can't live vicariously through your kid, right? I mean, your kid's gonna make his own. They're growing up in the tech world. I mean, I didn't grow up in the tech world. They're growing up in the tech world, so their whole mindset is structured differently. So the most you could do is encourage them where their strengths are. I wouldn't want to put, if I'm a bricklayer, I wouldn't want to put that on them. You know, I wouldn't want to put that on them because
so you don't have to be a bricklayer.
Anything like I wouldn't want to
whatever it is. That's the difference between other cultures. I got a Mexican homie. His dad know how to do this shit. He know how to do this shit. He always gonna make some money. They evolve. My dad in jail, or my dad is dead. My dad ain't teach me shit. How the hell I'm gonna go somewhere? They got a different advantage. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Like, I know you can't live through your kids, but that's what we dealing with. These young men or older men are not doing the right thing. They don't even know how to be a dad. They don't know how to.
They had no model.
Yeah, what they basing it off? A pimp, or somebody that beat their motherfucking mom, they stepdad that was in and out of jail. What's the model? What is the game plan? There's no game plan. There's a lot of confusion.
Mm-hmm. Look,
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I understand. I understand what you're saying, but I would still shield my kid from my struggles. I would make sure he doesn't see what I'm going through. I would more encourage him to do I would more encourage his life and provide for his life, because it's all about the child, right? It's all about your kids. They're your legacy. I wouldn't want to impose that on them because they have their lives to live too. And I think when you do that, you take away their childhood. You know, I mean, listen, I was the one that said, you know, I would encourage my kid.
You want childhood, you want some money.
Yeah, but I would encourage my kid my kid loved basketball. Ain't
nobody going to the NBA.
No, but I told them, these guys, that I remember one episode we were talking about that, and these guys were like, yeah, you got to encourage them. Man, you 5'6", you ain't going nowhere.
That's what I'm saying. Thank you, I appreciate it. That's what I'm saying. Like,
you know what I mean? Like, you ain't going to the NBA. You're not that 1% of 1%.
Right.
You got skill, but you don't have the mechanics.
Right.
And I think more people need to be realistic to that.
Right.
I think.
Right.
You know.
So real quick, why
Right.
not be transparent? You saying hide the struggle, shield it from them.
Okay.
Now, tell me that point.
When I say the struggle, let's say, you know, you're struggling to pay your bills, man. You're struggling to make rent, but you still want to give him a good Christmas. You ain't gonna show him that you're struggling to pay rent and destroy his Christmas. You're gonna find a way for his Christmas, but you ain't gonna tell him about the struggle of what.
So you mean to tell me I need to put myself more in debt to hide the struggle?
No. Listen. I never saw my father struggle. Sometimes he would say, "Boy, when you guys wanted that bike, I was like, I'm gonna get that money for that to get that bike." I'm like, I didn't know. You just want it. You can't take that away from him because that's what he wants. And as a father, it's your job to make sure he gets it. Now, that or the next best thing. I just wouldn't want him to know that I'm feeling bad that I couldn't do it for him.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That struggle. Like I couldn't put that burden on him to say, like I tried, son, and no.
But that's realistic though.
It is realistic.
That's
but
realistic. Look. I prayed for the job. I didn't study for the job. I didn't did everything. I filled out 6 resumes. I really want this job. It just ain't coming. Son, that's real.
Yeah.
You gotta be able to, how can you maneuver and how can you pivot from that shortcoming? You see what I'm saying? Like the adversity. You see what I'm saying? Like I think the kids need the adversity because they will make them better and stronger. They're not suicidal and fragile and weak. You see what I'm saying? The shit that we had to go through, they can go through some of it. They don't have to go through all of it.
They don't have to go through
some of it.
You got to be tested.
Listen, you can explain it to them. I'm saying they shouldn't suffer because of it.
All right.
That's what I'm saying.
All right.
You can explain it to them, but they shouldn't suffer because of it.
All right.
Because I think that they should have that mindset of a 7-year-old. Not, well, my daddy couldn't do it for me. No, your daddy's not that he couldn't do it for you. They shouldn't see that part.
Okay. I'm speaking of 13, 14, 15, 16.
Okay.
I'm not thinking 7, 8. Like, of course, man, if you want some damn light up shoes, come on, son, let's go get them.
Yeah.
If you think, Rudolph the Red, let's go to the South Pole, North Pole, wherever pole you want. Not that pole, but the North or the South Pole. Yeah. If that's what you're trying to believe in, okay, that's cool. Yeah. As long as you ain't swinging on the pole, we straight.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You want the best situation to make sense.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like you can't get mad at a 7-year-old because he can't do 20 push-ups. You know what I'm saying? Like
7 years old, 20 push-ups, that's a little bit. That's child abuse. That's more than muscle failure. That's child abuse.
They probably do it, but you just can't.
I don't know.
But you just can't be like, hey,
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Like that. That's the thing, bro. Your kid wants to play football.
Mm-hmm.
Your kid wants to play football, but he has 2 left feet, right? He wants to play football. You're gonna let him play up to a certain time, but then after that, you're gonna sit him down. You're getting more.
We're gonna play catch.
You're
getting more. After a while, you're gonna have to look out for him and tell him the facts that, listen, son, you're getting more injured than more play, and you have to break it. You could be probably a great coach. There's other avenues of football you can explore, but actually on the field, cutting left and right, you're just tripping over yourself. You don't have it, and it's okay not to have it because you have it in other areas of football. Not every coach is like was an elite athlete.
Right.
They just see the game. They just see the game better than anybody else. They just see the plays better than everybody else, right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say. It's like the people that design Ferrari. They design Ferrari, unbelievable car, but they really don't know how to drive it like a Formula One guy that would drive a Ferrari because that's what he does.
Yeah.
But they can make it go that 200 miles an hour. That's what I'm saying.
All right. I got
you. Had the ability, but the discipline. You know what I'm saying? To go with it.
Right.
Just because the car go 200, it don't mean you got to go 200.
And if it does go 200, it don't mean you can drive. You don't drive the same way at the same speed.
Right.
You don't drive the same way.
The brakes don't work the same way. I'm telling you, if you're doing 200, try to hit the brake. Do 30 miles per hour and try to hit the brake. See what happens.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
You're going to bite the steering wheel.
Yeah, but I don't have it for high speed either. When I drive, I don't have it for high speed. Sometimes I'm like, eesh. This is like, eesh. You know,
Man,
not everybody can do it. Some people like they're just born to do that. You're born to do what you do.
Yeah.
You don't have that vertigo fear and all that sort of stuff going on.
I'm gonna highlight this comment real quick from Gino Reyes. Shout out to him.
What up,
It says, I don't like to celebrate having all kind of hustles in front of youth. I want them to know that they should have easy income. What do you think of that?
I don't like celebrating having all kind of hustle in front of.
Man, I'm on the fence with that.
Yeah, I want to know how you interpret it. Well,
Gino,
like,
I don't know about that one. My boy Gino,
I
don't know about that one, man.
I think when he says easy income, I think he's talking about something being predictable. I think he's not. That's the way I interpret it.
We need more information.
Yeah,
Gino,
Gino,
if you can hear us, break this thing down, brother.
Like when you say
easy income,
like what is that?
Yeah.
What? You know, like.
Yeah, he has to be a little bit more specific. Break that one down, I think, because I don't know what he means by easy income, meaning that you just shower them with money or gifts or what they want.
I don't know, because I don't know what income is easy.
Look,
a couple that. I mean,
like, it's quite a few. You know what I'm saying? Easy ways to get money.
Yeah. I mean, I know some other ways that not for promotional use.
I've talked to Gino though, so I'm gonna go ahead and say what I know he would probably say is like he's talking about making sure your money's secured. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't have to struggle to pay your bills all the time. You know what I'm saying? He said no, the ability to have a good career residual. I'm telling you, I knew it. He was talking about being smart. You're working smarter, not harder. You know what I'm saying? And you know, putting your money in the right spot so you can have an easy life.
Well, first of all, you gotta find your magical number, like what you trying to live off, what you trying to accomplish. Then that's your good career, right? And then whatever you're really good at, you can probably make some more side money on some other things on the side. That's what you got 9 to 5. You only 24 hours in a day, you sleep probably 8. So you got 16 good hours. You only working another 8. Now what the hell you doing with the other 8? You see what I'm saying? Because if you're trying to complain about money and you got more time on your hand, you got to find something to do to place that time to make you some money.
Mm-hmm. You got to be good at something.
Yeah, I mean, I ain't gonna say you got to be you got to have a car wash business, detail service, you clean carpet. You shampoo dog hair out, whatever you want to do, but that's just a whole bunch of. I see what he's saying. Yeah, you got just a whole bunch of shit going on. Yeah,
you're just all over the place. You got no structure.
Yeah, no structure
because it's an undisciplined thing to do. That's why, like, I even had to when I started looking at what was good for my mental health, and I started selling off my properties and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because I was like, that this ain't consistent, you know what I'm saying, with my mental. It's affecting me in a different way. You know what I'm saying? So like diving into the intellectual property side, when you're having good conversations and you're trying to have one and you're solving problems, you're still doing something productive.
Yeah.
But when you got to give so much time to making, you know what I'm saying, an elaborate network work back for you.
Yeah.
You don't have no time for yourself. So
and then we got to understand, we got to learn more stocks, bonds. You got to understand real estate. We got to understand, like I said, the insurance. You got to understand a lot of different things where your money can work for you. The number one thing is called compound interest. A lot of people don't understand how that works.
Yeah.
You got your money.
That's financial literacy. You have to have some knowledge of that, or at least
you gotta do it
with people that at least associate with people that know about it.
Here's the thing though: if you come from a household where you ain't never heard compound interest, you don't even know which questions to ask.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny because I know that the NBA or I think the elite athletes get provided a financial service in the beginning of their career to say, listen, you have all this money. This is what you need to do. What I don't understand.
Yeah.
Am I there? Oh, what I don't understand is how they go. So, I mean, most of them, what is it? There's a percentage that so many of them end up broke, and it's unfortunate. Because they mismanage their money, and you know,
I don't think they mismanage it. More so, I feel like people that know that they're going to come into this money, they kind of rob them.
How?
Well, the
Because
agents,
not just the agents, like the other people that's around them, like working
But,
for them.
but listen, you have to be. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, you know when money's gone from your account. You're not a fool.
I'm a professional basketball player.
Yeah, and you should.
But look, hold on. I got to focus on the court. If I don't score these 20 points, if I ain't in this gym, if I ain't eating right, I really don't have time to focus. That's why I hired you. And I trust you to not do this to me. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Like, and that's what I'm saying is based on history, based on what people tell you, you should know. You read what you're signing and you sign your own checks. That's all I'm saying.
There's a lot of words in the fine print.
You have to have some sort of responsibility.
There's a lot of words under that fine print.
But of course, there's supposed to be a lot of words, but you're still supposed to check it out. You still get a paycheck like everybody else.
I'm 19. I'm 21. My mama.
We already know what you should do when you're 21.
Listen, I'm 21. I'm getting into the league. I'm 24. I'm getting into the league. 25, 19 to 25. I don't know shit. I ain't listening to nobody.
I've never seen any money.
I never seen this money.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. My mama don't even want me to have.
But exactly, you just said it right there. My mama don't even
want me to have no life insurance.
But you just said it right there. You ain't listening to nobody. So whatever the outcome is, your own outcomes. You put yourself in that position based on what you just said, right? So if you put yourself in that position,
yes, but this is what I'm saying. I'm only speaking from. I'm not saying that this is right. I'm just speaking from like 19, 20, 21, all the way to 25. Like I said, how they mind work, how they thinking. They're not thinking like us. And I'm trusting this person. I'm trusting my mama to handle this. I'm trusting my daddy to handle this.
Right.
I'm trusting my agent to handle this. And these people getting over on me, I don't know how much money I got. I don't know nothing about taxes. I forgot to pay my taxes. Because I didn't got everybody what they needed. Now I'm broke. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you're broke. At some point, you got to be accountable to the guy in the mirror, man. You're broke by choice. If you were to follow, listen, they give you that knowledge when you say, listen, this is a check for you. This is what you do. They call you in on the side. They give you that financial advice and they tell you what to do. Now it's you have to have some sort of discipline to go seek out the help you need to financially put things in place. That's your job. I mean, you have to at least do that.
I hear you.
Yeah. Honestly, most of them don't. I agree with you. Most of them don't. You know? Most of them don't. I agree with you 100% on that.
Yeah. So,
but unfortunately, you have to have somebody. That's why I said to Vic, I said, I don't know nothing major about real estate, right? Mm-hmm. But when that happens, I'm going to people that know about it because that's not my expertise. It's like I design logos, billboards, and shit like that. Don't try to think of something creative by yourself. It's not going to happen, right? You're going to come to me and I'm going to say, listen, these are my sketches to you. All you got to do is tell me the color, the shape, and what it represents and how you want the impact to hit the people. Those are the 4 things I need. Nothing else. Go away. Let me do my thing. I'm going to bring you back up 4 images and I'm going to say here, A, B, and C, D. What do you like, don't like? Take out what you want. Mix what you want. Just tell me that specific thing you see visually because that's where you can help me. Mm-hmm. That's somebody else's job is what I'm saying. So I'm just saying these guys get that education from the people when they get that $20 million check. It's not like they say here. They go, here's your contract, and this is what I think, and these are the financial people you should get involved with. Now it's your job to go out and, take some accountability to seek the help you need. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just playing devil's advocate. I know, man.
I agree with you on that, though.
I'd rather just take the lumps. Like I want to learn it for myself. I don't want to trust somebody that I think that know just because they're in the business. Because no one knows everything about everything.
Yeah.
Now, you're not even really a specialist in this. You just did it before. You see what I'm saying? I'd rather just do the research and fuck my own money up rather than trusting in you to fuck my money up. I'm gonna give you my wallet, you throw it out the window.
But I'll do the research on eminent domain on a property, but I'll say, Vic, this eminent domain stuff at the end of what I wrote, break it down for me simpler. You know what I mean? He's going to come up and say, well, that's true. But from my experience having property, this is what I think you should do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not gonna struggle with it over here when I go. You know, let me bounce this off, Vic, man. Let me just, I got things to do. That's all I'm saying.
And see, that's the thing. Like, you got to change the way you thinking about something before. Like when you absolutely want to accomplish it, right?
Right.
You're gonna ask different questions.
Right.
If you don't want to do it, you're not gonna ask anybody anything.
Yeah. You got to put your ego aside too.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing. If you're gonna ask the question, your ego is automatically assumed to be in check.
That's right. That's why Wolfpack is very important.
Not really, because
What?
no. Wolfpack is important. I'm just saying, like, if
let me
elaborate.
Yeah, let me elaborate.
Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, the person is at least in the ballpark of wanting to accomplish something, and no matter if the methodology is something else.
Yeah.
Because everybody wants the same thing, but not everybody's going to do the work to say that they deserve something. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of people that's like, they dance around things and they've been in close proximity with important people. And so they kind of think that rubs off on them as well. You know what I'm saying? Proximity doesn't guarantee you anything. You got to accomplish something, you know? You can't, it's like the people that say, I almost joined the army, you know, or I used to do this and I used to do that, but they can't produce anything that goes with it. And nobody else can tell the story. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you have to do it in a healthy way because you don't want to put yourself, you know what I'm saying, in a position where, like, you can't stand on your own business.
Right. So some people ask the question, you know, for understanding, and then some ask the question and like reroute your words and shit and just twist it up.
Like my man that called before we did this.
Yeah.
He called me. He talking about he want me to tell him about buying property in Miami or over here. But I tell him what my consult costs and stuff like that. Then all of a sudden he changed everything he talking about. Now, he was playing, but when I had to put it in perspective, you see how he accepted it though?
Because I know you and I want to get it for free. These other people I don't know and they gonna charge.
Yep.
But I can't give the same money I was gonna pay over here to you.
Yeah.
Because you're supposed to give me a discount.
I'm supposed to give
and
you a discount.
that's another thing what you was talking about the community.
Trust.
I got a sneaker business and everybody wants 50% off. My fucking business is gonna go out of business.
Yeah.
Before I cut my lights on.
Pay the price.
You mean support means paying the price you're selling it at.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
And other nationalities and races, they got that down pat. They got that down pat. They'll buy from their own before they buy from you.
You know,
because they just want to support their own.
Do you know why they got it down pat though?
Why they were able to come together and collectively and work.
They were never broken apart.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah, well, that's a given. Well, you know what? I would say even if they were broken apart, they were strong enough to come back together.
But that's the thing, though. If you come back together, that means you weren't broken. They were just disrupted.
They didn't break you. You mean?
Yeah, they didn't break you. They didn't have anything. So, like, but you got our population of people in America. A lot of people don't know who they are. They don't know what they're connected to. They don't know who did something great in their family.
My ancestor name was.
So where the inspiration coming from?
My ancestor name was Kunta Kinte. When he came over here, his name is Toby.
Yeah.
Now the identity at alone psychologically is fucked up. And I did that. I whipped this name onto him in front of his other people. So whoever that I bring up next, if you name my name Alex, guess what? My name is Alex. I ain't gonna take all them lashes no more. Okay, Alex. Yeah, I don't even know how to. I can't even spell Alex.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying? So that's where the big ass division at. And then when you have somebody, the Million Man March was special, but it won't never happen again because everybody that was black ain't have shit. So we had to stick together. Then you sprinkle a little bit of change over here. Damn, you see Rufus over there, he got a new truck, he got a new house. You got damn Fletcher over there, he got 50 acres. Now all these people got shit, so now it's feeling like, you know what? I can't support him because I want a new truck and a new house. I want 50 acres too. I don't got these 50 acres. You see what I'm saying? So now, of course, we're gonna be at each other because once we ain't never had shit, then now some people got a little bit of stuff. Then you lock people up that's in charge and then got the structure and the foundation and all that. You lock them up. Then you got a dad and a mom, you break them apart. Then you see what I'm saying? It's all fucked up.
Yeah.
Of course we ain't never gonna come together. That shit happened 400 years ago, and this shit still effective to this day.
I don't believe in that, but you know,
well,
it's effective.
But
it's working.
Well, let me show you the difference.
It's working.
Let me show you the difference between it. Let me show you the difference.
listen, wait, before you say this one thing, every race, nationality has their trials and tribulations, right?
Yeah.
And it happened at one time in history. You cannot blame the past for the current of what's happening in the present. You could say there's things that lead to what's happening, but where you are today in 2024, let's say, you can't use the past as an excuse. You don't know what it's like to be owned and whipped. You don't. You have an avenue. Maybe you could say, I'm rejecting it because of where it's coming from. That's fine. That's your choice. But today, things are a choice. Today, things are a choice you're making. Nothing in my past with my parents affects me today. Nothing my father did in his past affects me today, besides what he made sure I had. So I can't use, like you say, Kunta Kinte as an excuse of where we are today. That's a choice you made. Being homeless I would even say being homeless, not everyone, is a choice by some. It's unfortunate when your wife left you, medication, boom, you ended up on the street. It's unfortunate. Those are circumstances that led to that. But it's a choice if you choose to stay there. That's all I'm saying.
That's what I was gonna say before you spoke, is that the people that choose to stay in that space, they're the collateral damage of it. Everybody's not gonna get out of their own way. You know what I'm saying? But it does have a long trickle down effect. The people that accept that it happened and think about it going forward in a way where they can transmute it and see their opportunities and what could have been, those people gonna handle the situation way differently because they get an inspiration from something else. Like, there are a lot of uninspired people because it's not relatable. You know what I'm saying? You might know some people, in your family, but if you've never seen your family kick it, go through things, figure it out, and actually get on the other side of stuff, your outlook in life is going to be different.
But
because you came from a good home, you see what I'm saying? So
okay. One second. Can you give me, within 2 minutes, give me how you was raised, how you was brought up? Because
every time I do that, people have their own preconceived things of what I'm saying, and I don't want to use my background. Let's just say I had a 2-parent household, and my father instilled what he believes in, and he made sure I did better than him. He made sure we spoke properly. He didn't want none of that shit in his house. He said, no, this is how you're gonna walk, this is how you're gonna talk, you're gonna know how to use a knife, you're gonna know how to use a fork, and you're gonna do better than me. I use a spoon when I'm eating rice. You're gonna use a knife and fork. Don't go by what I do, right? And I bless him for doing that, because it made me look at the other. I couldn't even think about a victimhood mentality with that man. He goes, what do you mean? What? What are you saying? What? You black? What? That I couldn't use that. I didn't have a choice to use that excuse. For him, it was like, oh, you got 6 out of 10? You barely passed? Why? I couldn't use, oh, dad, I felt like no, go back and do it again, right? So I didn't have that victimhood shit. I don't believe in it.
Okay, but listen,
no one can hold me down. My talent speaks for itself. I walk into a room.
But big dog, this is what I'm saying though. It's not a victimhood. It's not a victimhood. I'm not speaking out of victim. You see what I'm saying? Because some people, hold on. Some people didn't have a choice. You see what I'm saying? It originated from not having a choice.
Right.
You couldn't vote. You couldn't read. You had to. First of all, the Bible is supposed to be in Hebrew. We spoke a whole nother language.
I can't go back that far.
I'm just. Can I speak?
I know, but when people say you couldn't vote, I don't want to go too far back in La La Land. I want to.
It's not La La Land. I'm trying to make my valid point. Can you please not interrupt me, bro? I didn't do that to you. What I'm saying is, all of it's making sense. Now, I'm open-minded. You got to stay with me so we can have some conversation of open-minded. Both men are talking two different backgrounds. Now, my background is my mom died, my dad died, my grandma died. I'm in foster care. I get out of foster care. I run away. I'm on my own from 15 till I joined the military. I joined the military, and fast forward, here I am now. All that shit in the past, it don't affect me. However, it affect my brothers and sisters that went through the same shit I went through.
Mm-hmm.
And it affect them. So can I say that they're a victim? I'm not saying that they are a victim. I'm just saying it affects people differently. And I can't speak for all black human race, but I can say that shit is effective, and it is still effective to this day. And this is why certain things are in place. That's all I'm saying. I'm not speaking from a victim standpoint. I'm just speaking from where it's fucked up and how it's leading to this day. What if your mom and your dad, or you had a different situation where your dad didn't teach you that? Your dad taught you how to beat women. Your dad taught you how to manipulate women. Your dad taught you how to sell drugs and how to cook crack. You don't know shit about that. That's what I'm saying, because you're in a whole different area. So I'm just trying to share some other sides of the coin so absolutely. We can have an open conversation. That's what I'm saying.
Real. I am empathetic to that. I understand sometimes you're a victim of your circumstances. I get all that. And like I said, I understand that. But I'm just saying, if there's a chance for you to get out, and you could get out, I'm saying there's avenues for you to get out. Now, when you get out, you can't have that same mindset where you are now, right? You would have to be a little bit. You would have to be a little bit strong. You can be empathetic to where you've been. Like, I'm empathetic when people struggle and they become a success, which there's a lot of stories like that. I go, Jesus Christmas, how did you do that? Right? How did you train to become this person based on where you came from? But to me, that's a really good story, and it's an amazing movie to watch. But I don't believe that people that use the past that they've never lived, never even had a taste of, to justify their asinine actions today. You're not getting my empathy with that. I'm looking at you going, well, you're the idiot that bought into that. It happened, but it didn't happen to you. You're using that as an excuse for the ass that you are today, is what I'm saying. And I'm not empathetic to that.
I got you.
You know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to say.
I got you.
Man, look, I appreciate that conversation right there, man, because you went to all of the extremes, you know what I'm saying, because you got an organic experience. Like, can't nobody take that from you, you know what I'm saying, because you got what you got out of that situation. You made certain choices, and then, Antoine was talking about, from his point of view, and from, a from an immigrant standpoint, and him being able to see the diversity in the experience is like, that's where you learn. So in between there is where you learn, and then you make your adjustments and stuff, because we can't pick and choose when trauma is it works or it doesn't, because you were orphaned.
Yeah, I mean,
you know what I'm saying? Because I don't know anything about being orphaned, you know what I'm saying? But it's a lot of people that have the same type of beginnings, but they don't get out of their own way sometimes. And then as an institution for them, because they end up going either to a mental hospital, they either end up, getting locked up for some kind of crime, and they get controlled. And if they can stay just above that, you'll see them outside. You know what I'm saying?
And I would like to say one more thing. Like, sometimes when you start at negative whatever and you get to a certain plus, then that's all the fight that you fucking have. Sometimes I done got myself out of a hole so damn deep. If you seen how far I came, then you'll be amazed at where I'm at right now. You see what I'm saying? Now, other people, I can't compare my life, but I'm just saying, I just, that ain't none of my business. Life, yeah, that ain't none of my business. But I'm saying is just, we all got different starting points. You know what I'm saying? So the person that's all the way in at the last place, and he come and go back and he win the race in first place, that boy fast. You see what I'm saying? Listen, he know how to skedaddle. Yeah. But the person that was on the block and ended up last, and he was in first place off the jump. Now I can see what you're saying. You know what? You just making some damn excuses. You just in the way. You ain't really out here fighting for no cause or no bigger picture. You just want to go with what everybody else has said. That's what you're doing. You're just making an excuse for yourself.
Right. It's like I always say, there's not a boxer in history that was rich and became a champion, because they will never get that hungry enough like somebody that doesn't have. They're boxing for two different reasons, right? So if you come from a well-to-do family, you will never be a champion boxer, because that's for the poor people. That's for the people that struggle. Boxers, rich people don't go, I want to be a boxer. They don't even come close. They don't even come close to a UFC fighter, right? They don't even come close to that. They will never understand what it's like. These people, champions, don't fight for the money. The money just happens to be the purse, but they want that bragging right. That's a champion, right? A rich person is never going to understand that. They play tennis and golf. Those are rich people's sports, right? Those are rich people's sports that train with the top athletes. Venus and Serena Williams are a freak of nature. That ain't coming around every day. Coming from nothing, your father coaching you from nothing, and then it finally gets enough money and goes on to do great things. You think that's the norm?
If I'm building a team, all them niggas got to be on child support.
You know what I mean? That's incredible to me.
They in arrears. I need somebody that's going to be out there that's want to be here, that need to be here. You see what I'm saying? If you got two parents at the house, I can't have you on the team. Your daddy got to be in jail. I need you on. I need
right? Every boxer has a sad story.
That nigga, he fighting for a different cause. You hear me? He's trying to win.
Oh man, I didn't see that conversation.
I'm just saying.
I did not see that. I didn't see that coming. But
I don't want all that other shit.
The fact that you kept going, like you really believe it.
Definitely,
because you believe it.
I'm the GM. I'm building this team. That's how I want to go. That's my winners right there. I take them any day. Hey, do you think Nick Saban do that? Nick Saban. Hey,
people got a profile.
Listen, I don't know. I don't know why you doing that.
Hey.
I'm sorry for your loss there, Bo.
Hey, I don't know why you doing that.
I am so sorry for your loss. I forgot to mention that.
Hey, what I'm saying is,
I thought about Vic right away.
You got three baby mamas and you in college.
Bro,
you're on the team.
Rick,
we know it.
You run fast.
Look, man.
Vic, I thought about you with that loss.
You got chased by the police.
Yeah, like, hey, look, man, it hurt. It hurt a little bit, but you know what?
I thought about you right away. I was like, "Oh my!"
Look, don't take me back there. They got that center up out of there.
I was thinking about you. That's the last time I asked you. Like, how did you feel about that run back? And then you had this one.
Hey man, chill out. It's still sore. Let me go back to Jessica's question. I know we're gonna probably come back to this again. Jessica says people have a problem with blaming rather than accepting, adapting, and overcoming, and that's what needs to change. You can vote if you don't know what it means. Okay, yeah. So, how much do you think? I don't. Look, my opinion on this right here. I don't think politics. I understand politics is a factor, but when you got the solid.
Did I lose you guys?
I don't think so. Did I freeze up? What we got?
Yeah, you talking.
So
yeah,
I think I did freeze up. So like a part in the struggle stream. I think when you got the right people involved that can solve problems, I don't think you consider the same variables. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But if you already got these things, you know what I'm saying, built in when you approach it from the right way, you know, blaming rather than, you know what I'm saying, accepting and adapting and overcoming. Those people that succumb to those types of variables, they have a different level of resilience than other people. You have to be resilient in order to accomplish something that's worth doing. We talk about all the hard work that goes into it, right? So it's got to be for something. It's not for any reason. And that's why, like, you got a lot of people with no patience because they go work a job. They know they work on a job because they got to take care of themselves and to be responsible. But that's it. That goes back to what you mentioned about some people are existing and some are not.
Mhm.
You know, but that's why you can only have the quality of life that you can afford, and don't have anything to do with money to a degree, you know. But it's about where you work and how does it occupy your mind, because some jobs will have you not thinking about yourself at all.
Yes. Working your fingers to the bone, working your body. You ain't been to the dentist in 2 years.
Yeah, you work a dangerous job, a real hazardous job, you don't have time to think about the same things that somebody that works at a desk, you know what I'm saying, that can sit there in between, you know, whatever automated tasks they got to accomplish. You know, the person that works out on like the oil rig or something like that doesn't think of themselves probably the same way, you know, because you got to be ready to go. Like your life's in danger. You could be in the ocean in 10, you know what I'm saying, if you step the wrong way. So
well, those are jobs. You sign the dotted line, and
of course, yeah.
you know what I mean. Like you know what you're up
So
against.
and so you have to trade some level of your sanity,
Right.
to go do certain things, and that's why, like when you're talking about veterans that can't turn it off,
Yeah.
because you've seen what it looked like when it's been turned off.
Man, I've been doing this shit for 15 years. You mean to tell me I need to turn this off?
No, I can't.
That's what I'm saying. It's like,
Yeah.
it's got, you know, you can't just like that. It doesn't happen.
Especially when you, even if you don't even remember how you were before, you know that there was a change in you. You know what I'm saying? Where you're not like what you were before.
Right.
And then now you're waiting to see, am I going to change again? And what does it look like when I change? You know what I'm saying? Because should be at this point in your life, 5 years ago, you was a completely different person.
Yeah.
What they say scientifically, they say you change every 7 years.
I'd imagine that, because you can't think about this. Like your concerns are different at a different part of your life. Like when you're under the age of 20, you got way less considerations, even though you probably should have the same considerations that somebody twice their age should have. Like you should be kind of thinking responsibly, whatever that looks like. You know what I'm saying? Do what you want to do,
but it's structured at the
but
house.
it's structured some type of way.
So if the house,
if the house ain't right,
then how
you ain't got no picture.
Yeah,
you got no picture. You know,
right.
so
you just don't.
So that's why, like, you can tell how people were raised by the things that interest them. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a profile. You know what I'm saying? Like when you start talking about some of the better athletes in college, the football players, when they weren't playing football, they were all on the track teams. Right. I just saw a video where somebody was saying he said a lot of the players don't do that no more. You know what I'm saying? So I think it was talking to Ryan Clark or whatever, and was saying like how the athletes used to do, you know, like an additional sport that also, you know what I'm saying, kept them active in a different skill and stuff like that. But stuff has gotten so, basketball, track, and football, they all used to go together. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But some mixes don't have the same problem. They gotta have, you know what I'm saying, something ongoing, because there's too many gaps in between them being active and inactive. And then some people are not raised with a father that was athletic. So if you got a pudgy, you know what I'm saying, a pudgy, soft Pillsbury dough ass daddy, you ain't finna get up and do a damn thing. You know what I'm saying? Unless you decide you're gonna do it. Like it's just facts. Like why would you take interest unless you're around somebody else that's got the same interest? But if you isolate it with somebody that's only teaching you one way of living, don't be surprised when you come out one dimensional, because you can't replicate something you've never seen. And so if you grow up around a whole bunch of the same thing, the minute you got to go somewhere else, you're going to think everybody else weird.
I agree, because that's why, like, a father in the household is like it's a big structure in the house. It's big, your whole life changes with that, right? Because there's things you learn that a woman can't raise a man. You can't. There's certain testosterone's different, and there's certain things it's hard, right? And I'll
tell you what, she can raise her version of a man.
Exactly, her.
Her version.
Yeah, version of a man.
Yeah, because that's it. All she can raise is her version of what a man is, because she only has her perspective, and she got, you know what I'm saying, the child to look after, and she knows she has to cater to what that child, you know what I'm saying, thrives in. And if you don't, they don't ever become inspired, self-sufficient. Well, I won't say never. They have a different path to it. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes that path usually involves the law. It's gonna, like, you get the same demographic of people that do the same things, because they're repeating a recipe that they've been raised by.
Right.
They're not just pulling it out of thin air. They're, like, on the surface it might be, but ultimately and subconsciously they're moving the way that they were raised. They were programmed that way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And that's very important. That's why, you know, I totally understand. Like, that's another strong area of building a community, right? Is starting with the family at home, finding that structure, you know, and nurturing that structure. But it has to, the best, what is it? It's statistically, they say the best opportunity for any child is in a 2-parent household, because they get the best of both worlds, right? Mm-hmm. And I truly believe that. That would be the only reason I get married. There would be no other reason for me to get married but to have kids.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I ain't doing that baby daddy shit, but I'm just saying some get along with it. I just don't believe in it.
Well, you don't even have to explain yourself. That's the thing. You know what I'm saying? It's like you are you allowed to operate the way you was raised. You have to, because what was all of that for? Like, you had to at least get something from it that was helpful. Maybe not all of it was useful. You know what I'm saying? But when you meet people that do not have the same experience at all, how are you going to relate to them if you got to interact with them? Because you still got to deal with people, no matter if you're talking about fixing our community or not. You're still going to be part of a community,
right?
Because I mean, like, you can live on your own. I mean, that's not a problem with being, you know, individually independent. But are you autonomous? Are you, you know what I'm saying, financially set up where you got infrastructure that caters to you? You know what I'm saying? Or do you have to be plugged into somebody else's land, somebody else's infrastructure? You're going to have a different experience. You have to engage with people at some point, you know? So when people talk about generational wealth and, you know, being financially free and stuff, like, what does that really look like? If you don't want to, do you want to, like, we got to deal with people or without? Because some people really want to be without, but they still need people because they entitled.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that's just what it is. So if you did the work to make it happen, he is entitled. Well, you can go be entitled in private because you can afford it. When you can afford something, you're not entitled.
True. That is true.
Because you don't hear people that's got it complaining about, oh, it sucks to be so entitled.
No. You can only be entitled if it was handed to you.
Yeah, like, exactly. So there you have it. You know what I mean?
You can only be entitled if it was handed to you, right? If it was handed to you, you feel like, you know, like you were just born into this legacy, this wealth, this abundance of money.
You gonna do cocaine.
Exactly.
You're gonna do cocaine. You're gonna do some drugs. Like, you're gonna try them all. You know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna do something that dad never did or probably did. You know what I'm saying? So if you give, you know what I'm saying, like, resources to an undisciplined person, and that person is raising children, what is the probability of chaos? It's pretty high at that point.
Right. But even though, like, if I was let's say, you know, I would say to any woman if she's a single mother, for me, I would say the best thing for her to do is to find a stable home for her child. If that means being with a man and finding that man that's going to help you nurture your child, that would be and it would take the burden off of me, in a sense. So I can do what I need to do as a mother. I would be looking for that kind of life.
Man,
as a mother, if I was a mother, that's what I would be looking for.
Antoine, take us through the Antoine 5-step stepdaddy course.
I don't know what to tell you, man. Listen, don't take nothing from me, right? But I will say this. I will say this, man.
He was like, I don't know what to tell you, but I will say this. Which one is it, Antoine?
I just feel.
Come on, man.
Once you have kids, and Ro, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but once you have kids, everything becomes for that kid. Everything you do is for that kid. I believe that. You live for that kid, right? You want to give them the best life possible. And if the best life possible means a 2-parent household, that's your next job as a mother or a father. I don't even think a father should raise a daughter as much as he would do that and probably do a great job. He should still look for that mother figure for her. There's just certain things that she will need that, I'm sorry, you can't handle. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Y'all like that, the 5-step stepdaddy course?
Well, you know, at least if I was
hey, look, Jessica said their options are single fathers or simps. Ooh wee.
Their options are single fathers.
Yeah, she's like the women that you're talking about, the only options is what she's saying, that is single.
Wait, there's options are single fathers or simps.
Yep. I hear what she's saying. She talking
What does
about,
she mean by that? Explain that. I'm
like you,
you know me, I don't know what's going on over there, and I don't really care about it.
Well, she was saying that based on the options you were describing about the single mother that might be, you know what I'm saying, in like she should be looking for a male figure still, is what you're saying. And Jessica was saying the options available are these guys right here. You know what I'm saying? Because who's willing? Who's willing to go take on somebody else's family that they may have to raise some kids in? You know what I'm saying? That they didn't.
No, I didn't say it was going to be easy.
Hold on.
I never said it was going to be easy.
Hold on. What did the fuck?
Y'all some cutthroat people, man.
What did you just say?
What?
So,
I didn't say it was going to be easy.
No. I know what's not going to be easy. What was the question?
Antoine was talking about single mothers trying to find more stable situations for their kids and stuff like that. And Jessica said, you know, the options are single fathers or simps. And then he said, "Hey, I didn't say it was going to be easy."
Oh, I mean, absolutely.
Yeah,
Listen, hold on, Antoine. This is what I got to say. I'm gonna piggyback off what you saying. You got me fucked up if you got 5 kids and you think I'm just supposed to just front the bill for all y'all. Like that's not practical. That's not ideal. That's dream world shit. Because a real man is going to look at it like, damn, that's a lot of 5 for 5s.
Yeah, look.
That's a lot of fucking money that I can't afford this relationship, because what I've been doing my math, and one kid costs like $250,000. You got 5 of them.
Yeah.
I only make $60,000 a year. I can't. I don't got enough.
No, you're right.
I can't.
If she made that many mistakes, her ship is done. Her ship is done. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You got to go back to one of those 5. You got to go back to one of those 5 guys and try to make it work.
Okay, Twan, what about 4? What about 4? Can 4? What about 4?
You're done. 3.
What about 3?
Listen, you're done. You're done with 1.
Two.
You're done with 1. You're lucky with 1. Yeah. You got a chance with 1.
All right. Yeah,
you got a chance. You got a chance with 1, because and you know what? You got a better chance with 1. And if he's dead, you got a really
He got way out of the picture.
You got a really good chance if he's dead. I'm talking you can
sign me up tonight if he dead.
If you got a death certificate, you're good. That should be up on your that should be up on your profile. Like, he's dead. We're good. Because that's the closest you'll get to fresh.
We got to put this out there for Jessica. She said that's not saying 5 baby daddies. What if they were all from the same man? We don't give a damn. You can have 5 by 1 man or 15 of the motherfuckers. We don't give a damn. We can't do nothing for you.
Yeah,
and if you're having 5,
the egg drop.
It's over.
If you're having 5, but Ro, if you're having 5, okay, I just want to know if you can afford 5, because I'm just saying.
Nah, even if I had millions, I'm still.
You know what I mean?
That's a lot of you ain't my daddy, and I don't got time. I'm Pootie Tang with the belt. I'm whooping everybody ass. Listen,
Right?
after I sleep with your mama, we all going to bed. Okay, the dog put the dog got to go to bed. All the kids, shut the lights off. We going to bed. Okay.
Wait. Wait. I gotta ask.
Oh boy, here we go.
Here it comes, bro. I gotta ask you.
What's up?
Would you really take a chance of sleeping with a woman with 5 kids?
No, I ain't rolling no dice.
Okay. That's because like who?
Listen, I'd rather ride through hell in some gasoline draws with the motorcycle on fire, juggling 3 fucking axes and a chainsaw. I ain't doing none of that shit. You crazy?
That's some serious irresponsibility.
I'll sweep the ocean floor.
I'm not even entertaining. I don't even know.
I go sweep the ocean floor.
Conversation is over with.
No, I go catch air in my hands.
We have to be realistic. On a serious level, though, we have to be realistic. If a woman has 5 kids, she's done. The best thing she can do is raise those kids the best way she can, right? And hopefully she gets a boyfriend, at least a boyfriend.
Yeah, 5 kids.
Somebody that will pitch in, at least, or family.
I mean, I put something on something if I'm dealing, but.
And if she's smart, she'll hand some of the kids. If she's smart, she'll hand some of the kids over to the daddy. If she's smart, right? She'll diverse.
She gonna be back out in the trenches. You know what I'm saying? And because to be plucking off young meat, and the young meat gonna be attracted to that because it's gonna look really good, and then soon they'll see that if she got 5 kids, you just the oldest one.
Yeah, you
just the new oldest one.
Yeah, but he said some shit. Not even. Let's get off of 5, 4, 3, 2, and like I said, even 1 is kind of like it's like he said. He got to be dead. He got to be long gone from the relationship because we don't want to deal with all that other extra BS.
Listen, no man wants to take.
I keep saying it. For real. Ain't nobody putting up with that.
If no man wants to take care of another man's mistake, it ain't gonna happen. It's not the common thing. If you're doing well to do for yourself and you're building and you're growing, you want something fresh. I mean, you don't want somebody else's mistake. You don't want that. And like I said, I would consider it if the person was dead. Then it's like, you know what? I can give him my name. I can adopt him. I can mold him into what I want to be. There's no interference. And I can discipline his ass.
Right. I can definitely discipline his ass.
Yeah. There's something that he's there for you.
Because he's going to come in there acting like his daddy. That's what they're going to be acting like. You got 5 of them acting like his daddy ain't here. Now you fighting another man's sperm.
I ain't fighting shit.
That's what that,
Listen, ma'am. It's either him or me. Because he ain't helping paying no bills over here. I'm taking some pressure off, okay? Like your body ain't off these bills.
Yo, that's a crazy ass question. Y'all took it way further than I thought y'all would on that.
I mean, we're just calling it like it is.
And Scooby Snacks ain't gonna fucking make me stay.
You know?
Man, look, let's get ready to wrap up. So all of these different variables we're talking about, even in the joking spirit, they go into what it takes to fix a community. You gotta, have some relationships where you might have, different perspectives and opinions, but you still try to figure out what's the best solution, because those are people you still got to work with, and if we can't do that, then definitely the Black community is done. You know what I'm saying? We got to get to where we can have creative fun and conversations where we can say, you know what, I think I can do more with this group of people than this group of people. I need to take myself away from certain things, and I need something to show me an example of it. When you start getting connected with those people that reflect your spirit, you know what I'm saying, you start getting different outcomes. And Antoine, whatever you got to say, and Mr. SLP, I'll let you 2 guys have the floor.
Oh, are we wrapping up already? Okay.
Yeah, we get ready to get off here, man. It's almost 2 hours.
Listen, to build something, you got to come together, and that's just how it is, right? To build something, you got to come together. You got to start from the family, and it starts at home. And you got to create the best environment for the child if we're talking about that. and nothing's better than a 2-parent household. You know, I think today men and women need to be more responsible who they lay down with, especially in this time economically, right? And let's be real, you're gonna be working, and it's gonna be a 2-parent household working to make it work. You ain't no 1%. It's not that's like no. You're both gonna work, and you're both coming together to raise the family. And once you come together and raise the family, you set the boundaries, the rules, the do's, the don'ts, who's gonna take care of what, the bills, and that's giving the child the best chance. Anything outside of that, I can't see it happening really good.
Well, Antoine, we really appreciate your take on that. And leave us with some over here, Mr. SLP, Mr. Roland. You know what's going on?
Man, just man, I just appreciate y'all tuning in, man. Yeah, we got some jokes on here, but it's some serious work we got to do, and we can't be the only ones doing it. I mean, serious shit with the relationship. It's almost like it's man versus woman. The man want to be a motherfucking woman. The woman want to be the man now. It's just a whole lot of diversity. And like you said, if we can't do this thing together, then what the hell we doing? We trying to get something accomplished. You looking for love, I'm looking for love. But if you got a lot more or a lot less resources and you got more of a burden than a blessing, then good luck. It's going to be real hard for you to really find somebody that's going to be able to take on that responsibility. And that's just the truth. It hurt, but it's the honest truth. Y'all keep messing with the young or old guys, and y'all rolling the dice on these guys. Like, there's some good dudes out here, but y'all don't want to mess y'all life up. You got to look yourself in the mirror. You got to have some type of accountability with what type of guys you was trying to sleep with. You don't even know them really for real. Y'all using no protection, and you end up in a situation. It's cool, like he said, if it's only one and the dad can't be in his life. But if you got 2 by the same, 3 and 4, and you doubling, tripling, quadrupling back to the same situation, you just making this shit harder. I don't know who going. I give you $1,000 and you give me back 100. That ain't no good return on the investment. Mm-hmm. We both trying to win out the deal, you know. Yeah. And that's just serious shit. Other than that, man, go get some merch. Go buy some merch. You got to like, you got to subscribe, you got to share, repost. Yeah. So we can get this message out. Hopefully, we get some more listeners. We can get some sponsors, and we can help out the community for real.
Vic, let me ask Ro a question. I wanted to ask him this now that he said something earlier and didn't get a chance. Can I know we're shutting down. You want me to save it?
You can ask him backstage. Here we go.
Okay. Right.
Well, you because I know, Antoine, I know you're gonna put another 15 minutes on it.
No. You're right. I don't mind asking him backstage. I was just gonna ask him. Yeah. As long as he doesn't.
I'll see you backstage in a minute, man.
All right.
Make sure you subscribe on all platforms and hit the like button and follow. Please leave your feedback in the comments. Make sure you hit up the super chat, leave a donation to support the platform. Yo chick make you mad, my chick make me a sandwich. Yo chick make you mad, my chick make me a sandwich. Go cop the shirt, visit the merch store, shop with accountable masculinity, and support the platform. Men have hope.